magicians? Well, I did the maths and I came up with formulas. And the magic number is 60. With that magic number, I was able to put our pentagram motif in a circle, in a square, and in a hexagon. This way you'll be able to make flat things like scarves and blankets, because working with the pentagram shape, although very interesting, is complicated. You need triangles to fill in the spaces, and they're not always the same type of triangle. So this makes it much easier. All right, now the pentagram that I created for blanket and scarf use is a little boofier than the one that I have in the beret pattern, right? I like it. It's made with double crochets. And I think blankets and scarves shouldn't have too many holes in them, In scarves it's okay, but especially blankets, you don't want too many holes for your toes to go through and what have you. And what was happening, this is why I actually figured out how to anchor it between the points too, because what was happening was when I first did it, even though the math worked, it left these big holes on the sides, And I've seen blankets like this, especially ones that have the flowers inside, and when they leave these big holes, it's very easy for them to get snagged on things. You have to be very careful with those. They usually just stay on the back of the couch. But we want our pentagram blanket to be snuggly. And so there you go. All right. So let me show you how I made the pentagram and how I made the outside. I got started. Now, in the other tutorial where it shows you originally how to do the pentagram motif, you're going to do multiples of 5, a multiple of 5 for your sides. So I believe in the beret it's 7 stitches per side. This one I did 10. And so I chained 50, because 5 times 10 is 50. So I have enough to make 5 sides. But you start by creating half a side. See? So chain 50, then chain 2 for a turning, and put your first double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. You see? These 3 chains act as your first double crochet. And then when you get to the 5th one, you chain 3 and put another double crochet in the same stitch. That makes your corner, just like making a granny square. Okay. Then 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and another corner in that 10th chain. And again. And again. You do 10 double crochets. Are you digging this retro yarn? My mother-in-law gave this to me. She had it in her yarn stash. This is Blue Fleck. Red Heart discontinued. A lot of the flecks, there used to be blue and black and brown. And now all I see is white or Aran. I miss my flecks. But when I saw it, I got excited. I said, oh, they don't make that anymore. She goes, oh, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. I said, what, are you kidding? It's mine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Chain 3 and a double crochet in the same stitch. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, add the corner, chain 3, double crochet in the same chain, and then you should have 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is the other half of that 5th side. This way you can sew them together in the middle, and then that seam just goes under the side that goes on top of it. You'll see. All right, so give yourself a little bit of sewing thread there. All right, so now you got something that looks like this, and you see it is a pentagram because those 2 half sides go together to make 1 full side. So here's how you make it a star. Take this end and bring it up and over and behind like that. Make sure that this is always laying flat. See, you've always got the right side facing you. Take this one, go down into the pretzel, right? Bring your sewing thread up to around and in front of that one so that the two ends meet. Okay, now flip it around so that you've got the right side facing you. All 5 sides are the right side facing you. Don't worry too much about the star shape right now, because that'll ease up when this seam goes behind this piece. See, right now you just want to make sure that all of your sides are facing up. Got it? Okay. So now you need your yarn needle so that you can sew those 2 ends together. You've got your 2 ends and they're both facing up. Right sides are facing all the way around. Don't get it twisted. Unless you want a twisted pentagram. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you what most people want. Okay, so you just use 4 or 5 whip stitches to sew those 2 ends together. And you got this little other end here so you can tie a knot right there. Very handy. So that's not going anywhere, right? And then you can work in your ends. This side with the needle, like that. And this side with the hook. Just get, it's going to be under that other side of the pentagram. Just get it in there and trim it off. No biggie. Okay, so now you can shape it into your star shape by pulling on these corners, pulling them out like that. So these corners here are where you're going to make your single crochet stitches. And in these V's here, 1, 2, 3 stitches down and 1, 2, 3 stitches down from that side. Then you're going to do your half double crochets, and that's actually going to tack the whole thing together too. So it serves 2 purposes. It cuts this hole in half and keeps this part closer to the pentagram, but it also tacks your pentagram so that it doesn't wander. Okay, phase 2. Your contrasting yarn. All right. Make a single crochet in any point. Now, if we were going to do it like we did the beret, you'd chain 9 and then do a single crochet here. But what we're going to do is chain 4. And then, like I said, count 1, 2, 3 double crochets from that end, 1, 2, 3 double crochets from this end, and in the back loop only, do a double crochet like that. I use the back loop, especially of this front one, so that you could see the whole side. So it's not going in here, it's going in there, right? You can see that whole side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the point, 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet in the V. 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet in the point, 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet in the V. Single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet, one, 2, 3, 4, single crochet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet. This really makes for a nice star shape. Gives you a good shape, keeps it consistent on each side. So there you go. So now you've got that, and that's wonderful. And we're going to accentuate that circle and get it to 60 stitches, because that's our magic number. Once we get 60 stitches, then we can turn it into a hexagon, we can turn it into a square, right? So 5 times 12 equals 60. So there has to be 12 stitches between each point. Well, we've got these 2 nice spaces, so let's put 6 double crochets in each space, and we got it, right? 6 double crochets in each space. And so you slip stitch into the first space and chain 3, and that acts as your first double crochet, and then you make 5 more in that space. And you've got 6. Okay. Then you put 6 in each space. Five, 6. And don't worry about the points, or don't worry about the single crochets, don't worry about the double crochets. Just put 6 double crochets in each chain space, because that makes up for those others that you're skipping. Remember, you just have to count. You have to count your stitches. If you would put 1 there, you'd put 4 here, and 1 there, and 4 here. We're just putting 6 in each one. And that kind of rounds it out a little bit better, I think. And it makes a little bit of a scallop. So if you're using this as a circle, say you could use it as an applique on a bag or a hat, or you could use this for the center of a beret. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to make some berets with the pentagram as the center, not a net like the snood, but a solid one. I think people would like that. This works up pretty quickly. See? And it does have a nice round shape. There we go. And then just slip stitch into the top of your first chain 3. And now you have the round one. Now, all you have to do to make the square is do 15 double crochets and a corner. 15 double crochets and a corner. Chain 3, right? That's your first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now put your corner, chain 3, double crochet in that same 15th stitch. That's very important, because then you're going to do 15 more and put a corner in that 15th one. 15 more, do a corner in that 15th one. 15 more, and you'll be right here in this last stitch, and you'll do a corner and slip stitch it right to your first stitch, and you'll have 15 stitches between each corner. If you want to do the hexagon, you're just going to count 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And in that 10th one, you're going to make a corner. And then you'll do that around 10 and a corner. 10 and a corner, 10 and a corner, 10 and a corner, 10 and a corner, 6 times, and then you'll have your hexagon. Easy peasy, right? I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to use this idea and this. Now, when it comes to the orientation of your pentagram, if that's important to you, there is always going to be a corner that kind of coincides with one of the corner, just about. So you would want to, you could do your blanket this way. I've seen blankets like that where they're put together. Let's see. They're put together like this, and then this one goes in here. See? And then you've got this. You've either got a wonky edge, or you fill it in with half pieces, half motifs. But sometimes it's really nice just to just leave it a wonky edge. Of course, if they're square, they're square. That's easy enough. They're square. And they might need a little blocking. But if you do this anchor between the points, it needs a lot less blocking that way. And again, on the square, there will be a point that goes up, not every which way. So if that's important to you, when you want your stars all go in the same direction, and then you'll have to think about it when you sew them together. Otherwise, you can just let them go willy-nilly. I don't know. It's up to you. All right. So there's the math. It's up to you what you do with it. But whatever you do with it, please, hashtag fiber magic, right? And share it on Fiber Magic on Facebook. We have a private group now on Facebook called Fiber Magic Confidential. You will have to send a friend request to Fiber Magic and ask to join the private group, because I monitored a public group for 3 years and I'm done with that. I just want our little family of fiber magicians, everybody posting freely and commenting freely and supporting each other nice. Okay? Very good. Well, thank you for playing with me once again. And as always, you stay crafty. And I will see you on Fiber Magic everywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, fibermagic.com. Join the Fiber Magic Academy. Bye-bye.